Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the science behind lo-fi music, why lo-fi music works. Before we get into it, we're going to listen to a bit of lo-fi music, then we're going to watch the video by Answer in Progress. I hope you guys enjoy. Get your Mars bars, get your Pepsi Max, sit back and enjoy a great video, guys. Have fun. Okay guys, so first up we're going to be listening to a bit of lo-fi music. So I'll put the link on screen, photo on screen, link in description if you want to listen to the whole thing. It's an hour long, we're only going to be listening to a tiny bit of it. Let's get into it. Oh. Excited to see what this is. I don't think I've really listened to lo-fi before. Cool, like animated set. Oh, I think I need. Oh. Okay. They nearly got 10 million subscribers. Ooh. 65 million views. I'm gonna let you guys sit back and listen to this for a tiny bit. Here's some background gameplay to enjoy. Okay guys, and that's going to be it for the music section. So just kind of quiet in the background so you guys can hear it a bit if you want to. Link for that is in the description by Lo-Fi Girl. 65 million views on that video. You can see why it's very calm and very relaxed and very good.
My GPA went from a 3.0 to a 3.94 the year I started listening to lo-fi. To figure out if there's any causation behind that correlation, I tried to teach an AI to generate the ideal study music.
Oh, wow. I feel like you could listen to it if the volume was at like 1 and then you walked away and you listened to different music.
Please don't release it.
Ooh.
Let me explain. Thank you to the Great Courses Plus for sponsoring this video. When it comes down to focus, I have two modes. I either start a task, blink, and suddenly it's 6 hours later and I skip 2 meals,
a great video.
Or I surround myself with a controlled level of distraction. What are you doing?
I'm focusing.
That was until I found lo-fi, hip-hop, chill, beats, to study / relax to, sparkle emoji. The titles are a bit much, but you know what I'm talking about. This girl. Anyway, I started listening to it back in 2018 and I saw my GPA just... And sure, there are several reasons as to why that could have happened, but lo-fi music definitely makes me feel like I'm better at focusing. Not every song, some slap a little too hard and pull me right out of the zone, but there is a sweet spot. So today, in this video, you and I are gonna figure out why lo-fi hip-hop might help you focus, and if we can teach an AI to generate the perfect mix.
So for those who aren't American, I'm not in the UK, but for those that don't know what like a GPA is, or it's just like the overall score how well
So
they're doing
I
in school.
started my research by looking into the
So,
history of lo-fi hip-hop.
Hope that's-
After that, I
hope
got
you
a
found
bit
that
more
helpful.
familiar with other experiments people have done with machine learning to generate new music. And I've got two big takeaways from my initial readings. The first has to do with the structure of lo-fi hip-hop. Its iconic sound is composed of three parts. The first, a jazzy instrumental. The second, a drumbeat combo of bass and snares called boom bap. It's played intentionally off kilter in a style pioneered by the producer
This
and
channel
rapper
makes their
Jay
videos
Dilla.
so well played.
And finally, intentional environmental noise that leans even further into the imperfections that define the genre. It usually plays at around 70 to 95 beats per minute and falls within this range of frequencies. And that gives me a few key characteristics to look into when trying to figure out why lo-fi can help people focus. But it also leads to a second thing. It's an ingredient list and recipe for the things I need to teach my machine. Here's the plan. Okay, here's how I'm gonna make music with a machine. Step 1, I need a bunch of instrumental and drum MIDIs. These are basically files that contain information about the note that's played, how long it's played, a bunch of other stuff. I don't know much about it. I'm an amateur. Step 2, I'm gonna sacrifice it to the machine. I'm gonna be using an LSTM. So basically you have a sequence of notes and then the next step in the sequence. You tell the machine, hey, get really good at guessing what the next step is going to be. And then it gets really good at it. Finally, I'm going to smash that drum and instrumental track together with some ambient music, and I put 2 step 2s. This is step 3. And then, profit. Sounds
That's really
easy,
cool.
right?
I
It
love
was
all the
not
SpongeBob
easy.
memes in the
I
background.
spent the next week swinging between wanting to throw my computer out a window and wanting to
Maybe
throw
she'll
myself
listen to
out a
lo-fi now.
window. Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god! So, it's been like 3 days. My code has run fully without error for the first time. So as long as there's any sound, I'm gonna be happy. Okay.
Great editing on this. Wonder who edited it. Might have been her.
I'm not happy. Okay, let's fix this.
Oos, oos.
Okay, so I think I stopped it from just repeating the same note. Basically, we get caught up in this loop where it was just like, oh, the last note was a C. The next
Once
note's
it
probably going to be a
works,
C. But then if it thinks that if the last note's C, then the next, it just gets tired. Instead, it has like this short list of likely next notes, and then it randomly samples from that short list. Anyway, here's how it sounds.
That makes sense.
That hurt. My forehead isn't. Ow.
Oh no.
Alright,
Oh,
that was
no.
headed to a dark place, so I'm going on a walk to calm
It's
down.
like an improvement.
I
Though.
was
It's an
going to do a bit
improvement.
of reading as to why, like,
It is an
those
improvement.
specific
So
characteristics of lo-fi
always that.
music might help with studying and focus. I'm also going to collect some environmental noise for the final track.
The more I read, the more I realized that the characteristics that make lo-fi, that steady drum beat, that frequency range, that faux vinyl crackle, all those things work together to create a sonic environment tuned for focus.
yeah.
It's really interesting. I should warn you that music's impact on
crazy
your mind
how much
isn't
science there
universal.
is.
It depends on the task at hand and the type of person you are. So if what you're doing requires a lot of
Bored,
thinking, or
not
you're
bored.
currently in a place where you're gonna get easily distracted, you should probably hit mute. We have a limited capacity for attention, and music uses up some of that essential
yeah.
resource. In reality, if you want to focus, silence is almost always the better option. However, background music can provide 2 key benefits. So here's how lo-fi can help you focus. First, it can block out more intrusive noises by forming an aural cocoon that tunes out or reduces distractions by anchoring them to a predictable rhythm. Second, it
I
can
literally
serve
cannot
as a
believe how
stimulant.
much
Songs that
research there is
vibe in
behind
the
this. It's
fine line
crazy.
between putting you to sleep and popping off can improve your productivity without being too distracting. And that is where lo-fi hip-hop comes in. The jazzy instrumentals and drum loops are refreshing and fun, but slow and repetitive enough that they become subconsciously predictable.
Oh,
In
wow.
addition, the dampened
That's actually really
frequencies
cool.
and environmental noise act as a blanket that blends the music together and pushes it into the background using spatialization. This makes the music sound less like a recording playing directly in your ears and more like something in a physical space. Finally, the genre's obsession with comfortable, nostalgic elements, like vinyl crackle and rainy days, can help bring listeners peace and improve their mood. All of this combines to make certain
that was so
lo-fi
cool.
hip-hop tracks easy to process and ideal for focus. And with all of that in mind, I now think that I know which parts of lo-fi I should lean into while making new tracks and which ones I should avoid. Now I just need to get the steaming pile of garbage I call my code to actually function. Let's do this. It took another 2 days and just endless emotional turmoil, but I eventually was ready for my album release. This might have been a bad idea.
Wow.
Why you're here?
I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Apparently this is the listening party.
Before we get to the songs, I do have a question for you guys, okay? You know me pretty well. On a scale of 1 to 10, how musical do you think I am?
Ooh.
Which one's bad?
0.
0.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 0.
You didn't know who Alicia Keys was.
I was just gonna bring that up.
So, I would like to present to you the music. Which track would you guys like to listen to?
The worst one.
Yeah, let's work our way up.
I don't know who that is.
This is an anxiety machine. This sounds like, no, I'm not going to compare it to any music. That would be a disrespect to music.
So you're telling me that isn't a lo-fi hip-hop beat to chill and relax to?
A little far from that.
The next one, are you ready? Which one would you like?
Wait, maybe this is the worst one, Doc. Wow.
Oh,
To be fair, that was the first one.
Here we go. Wait for this drop.
There is no drop.
No!
is this gonna be available in our newsletter?
It will be.
Where can I subscribe to the newsletter, Sabrina?
You can go to answerinprogress.com/newsletter to sign up.
Alright, let's go with the only good track.
So, to set the expectations, this is the best I was able to do.
Okay.
I'm nervous again, actually.
Yeah, that waveform is really aggressive.
To be fair, that'd be quite cool to be able to listen to that. To see
Kind
what the
of
movement is.
Minecrafty.
Ooh.
Like elevator music. Like I'm waiting for my floor, just past the 7th floor.
Yeah.
Now we're at the 24th floor. That was really
Oh, damn, that elevator's real fast.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
It's alright, yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good.
It's getting creepier.
Considering they made this on a
The more
robot.
that I listen to it, I'm like, I should not listen to this anymore.
Unsettling.
It is slightly unsettling.
Everyone, close your
however,
eyes.
You know, it's just like, I don't know if it's a chill lo-fi beat, but from listening to this compared to the first lo-fi beat singular that you created, this is a lot. There's a lot of improvement here.
Here's what it sounds like if I just use like an actual drum mix designed by a human being.
Yeah.
This one's good. The big question, Taha, could you study to this?
I would definitely study to this. I feel like I have studied to this.
How do you guys think I did?
I think you did. Badly. I think that the drum loop that you got
Yeah.
did a lot of the
I
heavy
could.
lifting here.
Melissa?
I could work that, I could.
Damn, dude!
In fairness, it's pretty impressive that you got like some semblance of like vibes.
Yeah.
We've created a new genre of music. Beats to be anxious.
Was that good?
Beats to be anxious to.
Okay, so while that wasn't the hardest video I've ever had to make, I
In my
definitely
opinion,
felt like
on it.
I bit off more than I can chew. Way more than once. It was the first time in a while that I truly didn't know how to even start. Every step I just felt out of
I'm gonna do a quick pull. So my opinion of that, I thought it was very good. It was all right. It wasn't very good, let's be honest. But the bit where there was a drum loop was really impressive. obviously that was taken there. That did sound like lo-fi music that I'd listen to. But the obviously playing problem is the robot didn't make the drum loop. But yeah, it was pretty good.
My
considering it
element,
was
and I
made.
felt like there was just
Right,
so much more I
robot.
needed to learn. But even though it took
Robot.
way longer than expected, it
Robot.
was really nice to go
But
from
yeah.
this
I think that was very good. Let's get back into it.
to this,
This one's good!
knowing all of the hard work that went behind it. And by the end, we were able to figure out why lo-fi hip-hop and ambient music can help you study. And also, make a few decent beats of our own. Kind of. Okay, I'll admit, it was far from perfect. But if we gave up because our first attempt, or our first dozen attempts weren't perfect, we wouldn't get very far. You know, that's just a lesson in lo-fi.
Yeah, we did get some of
and
the
in
sides behind it.
life.
So that was very impressive.
Nah, that was a bad one. Bye!
Hey there, I hope you liked that video. If you did, please consider sharing it
Skip
with a
it.
few friends. It is easily the biggest way you can help this channel grow. Another way is to stick around as I thank the Great Courses Plus for sponsoring this
Hip-hop.
video while I turn myself into a lo-fi hip-hop girl. So
Okay, so we're gonna pause that. Just gonna leave the video from there because they're just promoting. What an amazing video! I thought it was really good. We got to learn the science behind lo-fi. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't had a Mars bar today, go get a Mars bar. Like, subscribe. Link to that video in the description. See you guys next time. Goodbye.